Crazy Aaron, inventor of Crazy Aaron's Thinking Putty.
Hey, I'm Matt Nuccio with Toys of Our Lives, and we're at Crazy Aaron's. Let's go inside. I'm here with Crazy Aaron. Hey Aaron, how you doing today?
Hey Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for bringing us to your headquarters.
I'm so glad you could come down and check it out.
Thank you.
We're gonna check out the design area, we're gonna go to my lab, we're gonna see the factory with all the putty pouring and how it finally goes into the cans on its way to you. Come on, let's see the lab.
For nearly 30 years, Aaron has amassed an insane collection of every color, glitter, and sparkle you could possibly imagine.
So this is our fragrance library. I'm gonna pick one out. I wanna see if you can guess what it is.
Let's go for it.
It's one of the most popular. All right, now we waft.
Waft.
We waft.
I got the full.
That's right. This is 100% fragrance.
Bubblegum?
It's bubblegum.
That's
Easy,
amazing. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Give me
let's
a hard
try
one. We do a hard
Let's
one?
try another one. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This was, do you know how in toys the thing you love the most as a designer is always turns out to be the least popular when it gets to market?
Of course.
This was my favorite. It didn't smell.
Oh, that's strong. What is that?
It didn't sell super well.
It might be the Italian, but I think it's pizza.
It's pizza.
Oh my God.
High five.
Does Crazy Aaron have a full name?
Well, my name is Aaron Muderick, although I like to go by Crazy Aaron.
How'd you get that moniker?
Well, when I was working as a software engineer and I had all these toys at my desk and then eventually had some putty at my desk that I was inventing and making and mixing, and I started selling it in little plastic baggies to my coworkers. I had a little scale and I would weigh it out, and my coworkers came over to me and they said, Aaron, you need to focus on work. You're going to lose your job. You're crazy, Aaron. I said, yeah, I am.
Wow, it's crazy. It's like super gummy.
Super gnarly, right?
Yeah, it's such an interesting texture.
Yep. That is uncolored. Sometimes it comes out colored.
Woo! It's hot. It's some hot putty.
Fresh putty.
Yeah, look at that. Fresh putty. Well, you must all have such amazing reflexes. Yeah, this is kind of fun.
After 27 years, I was looking to take this putty family, which now does slime and dough and other things, and make it part of a bigger toy family. And I found a wonderful family business, Goliath, who has been in the toy and game industry for 45 years. And we joined up with them back in January. And now we're working to integrate the two companies, and then we can start making new magic together.
Well, these are really cool. What are these?
These are clickies, and they are like really obsessively compulsive. I know, it's great. This is just a keyboard click concept, but look how cute they are.
Cute little characters.
That's right, and the keyboard where you can try to find every single one. And they really, you can just hold it in between two fingers.
Where would you go to buy these right now?
You can get these at Five Below, you can get these at Target and Walmart.
Oh, so like everywhere.
Wherever you go to buy fun things.
And then your local mom and pop store too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those are the best.
I love mixing all kinds of crazy things into my thinking putty. We've made putty that has pieces of the Statue of Liberty in it. We've made putty that has real moon dust in it. But the one that has been over the years the most popular is the real gold thinking putty, where we take real gold dust and we load it up into the putty to make something super shiny, super sparkly, and super expensive.
How much are we talking?
It's $400. The price of gold is up.
Joining us now is Camille K, and she's going to be playing for us, Do You Wanna Dump Me? All right, let's hear it.
All right, thank you so much, Donna. Here it is. I was thinking this would carry to 14th of February. Now I'm worried you won't even be my Valentine. If this Sunday had a cherry, it would be like you don't care. You'll probably end up getting married to a friend of mine. Don't know why I keep on pushing you away. I'll die, there's no solution. It's a waste of time. It's my mind, it's racing like a train gone by. Oh, do you wanna dump me? I'm always too starved and my heart gets hungry. Do you wanna dump me now? Do you wanna dump me now? Do you wanna dump me now? Maybe I'm a little needy, but your love is worth repeating, so I'm preaching every chance I get. Yeah, all my worries retreating, knowing they're in for a beating. I know passion can be cancerous. Damn, don't know why I keep on pushing you away. I'll die, there's no solution. It's a waste of time. It's my mind, it's racing like a train gone by. Oh, do you wanna dump me? I'm always too starved and my heart gets hungry. Do you wanna dump me now? Do you wanna dump me now? Do you wanna dump me? You wanna leave me, don't you? Oh, you wanna leave. Oh, do you wanna dump me? I'm always too starved and my heart gets hungry. Do you wanna dump me now? Do you wanna dump me now? Do you wanna dump me now?
Yes, yay!
you
We have a
so
studio audience. You guys can applaud because I know you're holding it back. That was excellent.
Thank you so much, Donna.
Wow, Camille K.
Yes.
Impressive. From the moment that I heard like a note come out of your mouth. I was like, whoa, you're really talented.
Thank
it's
you. That means the
enjoyable
world.
to be able to sit so close to you and actually have that sound come like right to my ear. That's amazing.
Awesome. Thank
Congratulations.
you so much.
When you were starting, you've done some big things, okay? Because I was like researching and I was looking at this and I was like, oh yeah, she opened up for this one, that one, this one, that one. It's like, whoa. But where did it start for you? At what age did someone tell you or tap you on the shoulder that said you might have a gift?
So for my love of music came at a very early age. Like ever since I could speak, and even before that, I was always like vocalizing. So I would just burst out into song randomly. I actually used to get in trouble in class for like singing during tests, exams and stuff. So it's always been apparent, like my love for music. And as I grew older, I started taking it more seriously. I would be singing with my mom. My parents are huge supporters of me, so I'm very grateful for them. And just being introduced to different sorts of music, like my mom introduced me to soul, R&B, the classics like Sade, Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, and my dad to classic rock. I started really realizing that this is what I wanted to do. I got on stage for the first time and I fell in love with it.
When was that? What was the first time you were on stage in front of a live audience?
I think it was like around 7 or 8.
Wow.
That was the first time. I used to perform a lot at World Cafe Live. It's a great venue back in Philadelphia. There's a big stage downstairs, and I just fell in love being on that stage and singing my heart out for the audience, and I just knew, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
It was hard for people back in the day to get discovered, even if they were either in New York or California, and then there was a whole lot of talented musicians up and down, and then Nashville.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nashville's a great city, too, to be discovered and things like that.
Absolutely.
But I do feel like some of those shows, those competitions do help. It helps with awareness, some training sometimes, your vocalization, or confidence,
Yes.
right?
Yes, for sure.
So where will you go from here? Speaking of confidence, do you want to dump me? The answer would be no. No one should ever dump you. But where is it that you want to go with your musical career now? What are you happy? What's next?
Well, I want to keep on releasing new music and writing a bunch. I have like that new song, Do You Want to Dump Me? It's dropping soon on March 17th, so I'm excited for everyone to hear it. But, I just want to keep on going after my craft. Music has been my passion for my whole entire life, and I just want to go as far as I can go with it and, keep on performing and
you've actually opened for a lot of national acts. I hope you feel as proud of yourself as the people that love you are.
Oh,
does that make sense,
yes,
Camille?
It does. I
want that
so
to
much.
resonate with you. I want you to realize that, like, these are like some really big acts. You've done this.
Yes.
You've accomplished a lot.
Thank you.
So the sky's the limit for you.
That means the world.
Actually, there is no limit. You are limitless. You really are. So it was lovely to spend time with you.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Donna. I really appreciate you having me.
Major round of applause. That's Camille K, right here on the Donna Drake Show today. I am like the luckiest person in the world because like 3 feet away, you should hear a sound. Amazing. Follow them on all of their socials. Get her music. It's going to be great. You'll enjoy it. Be well. Joining us now are Judy and James. And Judy spells her name the same way my mother did, which means a lot to me. She is Judie, because we are here to celebrate motherhood in all the different forms that it comes in. So James and Judy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
When we first met, James, you were here for a special documentary. What were you here for in the studio?
I was here for the Drumline movie production with Brian Calhoun and his wife and the rest of the guys that I, play with. And it's just coming really great. It's the movie, we're trying to get a movie going to play in the theaters. We're also getting ready to play, we're trying to do a section for Michael Jackson and have his drummer come play with us.
Oh, wow. And what is it just called The Drumline, or does it have a name,
It's the Calhoun Drumline Academy.
Okay.
And they're making, Katie Turinsky, excuse me, Katie Turinsky is making a documentary on the kids in the drumline and how they started and how they progressed, and they were here to do the final shots before they start to put everything together.
We filmed it here at the studio, which is how we originally met.
Yes.
And then, James, you told me this great story about your mom and what she means to you. And
Yeah.
I said, would you please be a guest on my show to tell me about your journey? Because it's a beautiful story. So, you good? Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
You're feeling, I know, I can tell that you're feeling emotional, and that's a beautiful thing. And thank you for sharing your story, James. So what is it about your journey, about your mom, that made you want to talk about how special she is?
Well, ever since I was little, I was adopted. And she had adopted me. And I ever loved her since, because now we go to Broadway shows, we go to Broadway Con, we go everywhere together. And her family, which is her aunt, my aunt, and her brothers and sisters, accepted me into the family when I was a little boy. So, and I really appreciate it because, and I thank her very much for inviting me into her family.
How old were you, James? Do you remember how old you were when you got adopted?
What?
And if not, Judy might remember.
James was 4.5
Okay.
years old, and he was adopted out of the New York City foster care system.
Okay. So, Judy, walk us back to that day when you chose James.
Well, we had been looking for an older child because they're not the typical child that people look for. And we had gone to, I don't know what they have now, but they had these blue books in the library. And they were volumes and volumes and volumes of children who were waiting in the system. And it was so heartbreaking to see, children that didn't want to be separated and children that were older. And so we had gone through them, and something, James just caught our eye. The fact that he said he liked cars, and the fact that he just seemed like the kind of child that was looking for a home.
Okay.
Something about his eyes, I don't know. But the typical story is you would visit them at the foster home, and then maybe you'd have lunch at lunch, and then you'd spend a day, and then it's a gradual progression over 30 days before they become a foster child in your home. But with James, he had seen so many children come and go that he was getting upset because he was still there. So they decided that he was just so ready that within 2 weeks, he was in my house. And, it was an adjustment on both of our ends. And, but we did good.
It's amazing. Now, did they describe James to you? Did they tell you about some of his likes, some of his dislikes, his personality?
They didn't really know. I had gotten his education records, and I had gotten things like that, his development records. But maybe he was speech delayed, and maybe he was this, and maybe he was that. But we didn't really know what it was. And once he came to my house, we realized that a lot of it was environment. Like, we would take walks down my block, and he would see sand and think it was snow because he had never seen a playground. He had never seen. Or he would just walk into people's backyards and go on their swings because he had never seen a playground. So we didn't know what was language and what was delay, and it was a process.
Okay.
But
together you've both grown.
Yeah,
grown,
we were good.
So you're very lucky because you have your birth mom, and then you have your mom, Judy.
Yeah, and now
Right.
my grandfather on my dad's side, who's a fireman in New York City. One day my dad came up to visit, and I didn't know if I brought this up yet, but he passed away as well because he was very sick. So this is a funny story. I was at his wake, and just talking to my uncle, and then I see someone go by. my cousin. And I'm like, is that him? Is that him? Is that him? He's like, yes, that's Steve Buscemi. So Steve Buscemi, the actor from The Wedding Singer, from all Adam Sandler's movies, is my cousin.
Do you know you have something in common with him? Because
know
now
we're
you've
both actors.
both been on my show now.
What, he's
because
been here?
Steve Buscemi's been on my show from the Tribeca Film Festival. He's one of my favorite people. And James, he's one of the reasons that I actually have my television show. Because years and years and years ago, he gave me really good advice. And he said this: if you create your own work, you won't fire yourself. And I just recently got to tell him that story to tell him thanks. But that's really cool.
So if he ever comes back, just let him know I was on your show.
I will. I'll be like, guess what? You have something in common with my friend James. But happy Mother's Day to you, Judy.
Thank you.
Thank you for choosing to be a mom. And thank you to you, James, for sharing your story, because you told me how much she means to you. And I just wanted to celebrate that. And if you have the love in your heart that you could either be a foster parent or you could adopt a child, please do so. I would really appreciate you looking into that. Thanks for watching. Joining us now is Juliana Kumar from MyFitStrip. I love when people create products because there's like a need. You find the need and you just go for it. Now, as a D1 runner, as you said back in the day, right? What is it about health and wellness that you felt compelled to create something like this?
Yes, so back in the day as a D1 runner, we were trying to figure out ways to increase athletic performance. And there is a molecule called nitric oxide. 3 scientists won the Nobel Prize back in the 1990s because it's really important for cardiovascular wellness. And me and my co-founder, we figured out how to measure this in your saliva. And so you could track your levels kind of throughout the day so that you could increase your performance.
Okay.
So many years kind of went by. I worked in the venture capital space, invested across biotech, food tech, ag tech. And my co-founder and I were catching up, and we were like, hey, this trend of oral systemic wellness was starting to catch on. And we were like, we've been working on this for many years. And so what we did is kind of based on the research that we found, is in your mouth, you have good bacteria and bad bacteria, and both are really important, and they're very important for the production of this molecule, nitric oxide, as well as many other bioactives. And so what we did is we were like, okay, well, we created this test strip, we should go create all these other products that can essentially help improve the oral microbiome, but it also improves heart health, brain health, immune health. So the power of the mouth is so important for all these other elements in your body if you can optimize that oral microbiome ratio and be able to test the supplements that you're taking.
Now, if you wanted to increase your NO, what do?
So you can try our chewing gum products.
Okay.
You can try our lozenge products. And usually you can test your saliva an hour before, then go try our products and see if they're working. A couple hours later, and you go test yourself again, and usually you'll see an elevation of levels of these bioactives that are really important to monitor your oral microbiome. But they also have an impact on things like heart health.
Okay.
So it all kind of ties together. I think people don't realize how important all your systems work together. You know, it's no longer oral. Exactly.
I mean, if somebody would treat their body like they treat their car,
exactly,
they would live a healthier life.
Yes.
You know, like when you run out of gas. You know, it's like when your body runs out of gas, you got to eat.
Exactly.
You know, it's like people don't look at themselves as if they are a vehicle.
Exactly.
Right? But your soul, like the body is the vehicle for your soul. Like, without it, you're not going to run efficiently.
Correct.
Right? I learned so much through my show, but this is the very first time I've ever had a guest like you talk about this.
Okay.
It's a topic that people are just, you know, you don't know unless you know.
Exactly.
Right? I remember sometimes people were like testing like a pool. They would dip the pH balance and they would see if you're toxic.
Exactly.
So it's kind of similar.
It's very similar.
And you want to stay in the zone.
Yep. And we actually have test strips that actually look for your pH and your nitric oxide levels.
Okay.
Because that also optimizes your oral microbiome and that also increases your heart health.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Now,
do you have like a pack of gum, or like
Yes.
how do you only take it when you feel like you need it? You test before and you're like, oh, I'm a little low.
Yeah.
Let me pop a little something.
Yeah, so your levels in your body with all these bioactives like nitric oxide, they fluctuate on an hourly basis.
Okay.
So you want to be constantly restoring your oral microbiome. And what we found is most toothpaste or mouthwashes disrupt your oral microbiome.
No.
And so you need to go restore it in some way. You can get that restoration from nitric oxide through
Right.
eating a salad.
Okay.
What we found in our clinical trials that we've run is our lozenger and gum products, because they sit in your mouth for a longer period of time than an ordinary pill, that duration of time actually improves the good bacteria and kills the bad bacteria that causes cavities or anything like that. So
I love science.
that's why it's important. Yeah, in our products we have patents, and
Okay.
then we've clinically tested these things to show, our customers, hey, this actually works, and we have dental networks selling our products. And
Have you ever
yeah.
gone back to like a grade school teacher or a middle school science teacher, like to say, hey, guess what? This is who I grew up to be?
Sometimes,
I think you should call
I
them.
should consider that.
Because I feel like sometimes those early moments of when we
Yeah.
learn something,
Yes.
and like you said, it's something that talks to us and you just can't get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that persistent story in your head, and then all of a sudden you're like, this product doesn't exist, but there could be a product. So
Exactly.
why not create it?
Exactly.
Good for you, Juliana.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So it's MyFitStrip.
Correct.
Okay, and people can go online.
Yep.
And they can order it.
You can order it on Amazon. We also have a number of B2B partners. We're getting ready to launch in Japan.
Congrats.
And then we're rolling out a whole new line of gum products, beet gum, and then other types of gums that are good for your teeth health, enamel health. Yeah.
I'm into this. I kid you not, sometimes I wish that the technology of today,
Yeah.
I knew when I was 40 and not 60.
I would
But you know
agree.
what? It's never too late.
Yeah.
It's never too late. So I'm hoping to celebrate my 100th birthday someday. So I guess I need a MyFitStrip.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
There you go. If you have a story in your head, you probably are the person that's supposed to bring something forth in the universe. Just go do it. And if you need help on being an entrepreneur, reach out to Juliana. I'm sure she'll give you some cool tips. Thanks for watching. Joining me once again on set is Jen. She is an author. She has so many books to her name. I think it's numbered how many now, Jen?
43.
43?
43.
Wow, 43? Congratulations.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so you're here in Long Island, right? But this book literally has taken you all over the United States. You tour with this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I just got back from a 2-week tour going all over the country talking to schools about the Isle of Ever series, even though the series is set right here on Long Island in New York.
Now, how did you get this gig? How did this happen, this one?
So this series is very much inspired by my childhood. My grandparents had a home on the North Fork of Long Island in Mattatuck. And when I was little, my grandmother would take me down to the beach to search for pirate treasure. And I didn't realize it wasn't just a game, that
Right.
Captain Kidd once buried treasure out on Long Island. And so as I grew up, I kept thinking about why I never found treasure. And as a writer, I thought maybe it's because it's somewhere I can't see.
Got it.
So it
And so
inspired this series.
This whole series. Okay, so this series based upon Long Island, it's Isle of Ever, right? I love it. I mean, the graphics are gorgeous. You are a New York Times best-selling author. Which book helped you get that title?
Isle of Ever.
It really?
Yes.
This is the one that made it happen for you?
Yes, Isle
Wow,
of Ever
Jen.
and The Curse Breaker just hit the New York Times bestseller list as well. So it's been really nice to see people embrace this series that has pirates and adventure and mystery, and it's all set here on Long Island.
Awesome. Are you thinking about turning it into like a board game? Have you thought about that? Like, what are your aspirations and your dreams for your books?
I would love to see
Movies,
these
board games.
Yes,
I don't
I mean-
plushies. I don't know.
I mean, it's a mystery adventure. I think it would be a really fun series to see on a streamer or in theaters. We definitely have been talking about it. There's exciting things happening. I'd love to see it happen.
Okay. I'd like to audition to play one of the parts.
Perfect.
I don't know. Who do
You wanna be
see
a
me?
pirate?
I was like, arr. How'd
You
I
could do it. You
I
could do it. Yes.
Arr, lady. I would love that. I would love to help you bring this to life. We met, I guess it's been about a decade ago now, right?
Yes.
You were first on the show?
Yes.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
And I like watching your career blossom through social media. So you might see me like hit a like or this, that, or the other thing. But it's been such an extraordinary journey for you, right? What's one thing that you were like, wow, I can't believe that my name is associated with this? What has it been for you?
You know, I just think every time I get to do a new book and I find new readers and they find me on socials and they come to a book signing, it's just amazing to me to see how it's grown and changed since we first met 10 years ago. Had to be about 15 books ago. So I'm just so thankful to get to do what I love for a living and write stories that kids and adults want to connect with.
How many books will be in this series?
This series will have 3 books.
Okay.
Each book ends on a cliffhanger because it's a race against time for this character, Benny Benedict, to find this island that exists on no maps. She has 2 weeks to find it, and as she puts together the riddles and clues that have been left for her by an ancestor, she learns there might be more than an island out there. There could be a cursed pirate treasure, and there might be a group of kids who went missing 200 years ago that have been trapped there, frozen in time ever since. So it's a little bit of a fantastical, mysterious story with these cliffhangers that hopefully make the reader want more.
Absolutely. Well, we always want more. I thank you so much for stopping by the studio today. Congratulations. Now, one of the terms I learned from you years ago was like YA, like young adult and things like that. So
yeah.
What age group is this like written for? But I know it could be for any age.
This is middle grade. So if you have someone in your life who's anywhere from 3rd grade to 7th or 8th grade, that's the sweet spot for this story. Though, as you said, I have so many adults and booksellers
like the kids that never grow up.
messaging me.
That's me.
Yeah, saying, when do I get the next one?
Yay.
How can I get book 3, which will be out next year, March 2027.
Congratulations. So it's 3. So Benny picked up the letter, and it was dated June of 1850. And yet, it was addressed to her. Goosebumps prickled her arms. What does it say? Her mom asked, Benny, read the first 2 lines twice to be sure she had them right. Isn't that exciting? Do you just love being you?
I love getting to do what I love for a living. It's so much fun.
It is so cool. Congratulations again. This is awesome. And look at all these wonderful reviews. This is, how do you, like, that's awesome.
It's been very exciting that something that feels so personal, that was inspired by my family history, has taken off in this way, and that people are really enjoying the story.
Nice. And if people want to meet you and see you on tour, right, you could go to a local bookstore. And do you have where you're going to be appearing on your website?
I always have it on my socials.
Great.
And it's always on my website, jenkalanitaonline.com.
Nice. Isle of Ever and The Curse Breaker. Bum, 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 bum. And the title of the 3rd one?
We're not letting it out yet. It's still a secret, but you'll be the first to know.
It says Donna Drake is the first to know. That's going to be the title of the book.
Yes.
Donna Drake is the first to know. She broke the clues. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. Happy journeys to you. If you're a reader, if you're not even a reader, pick this up. It's so nice to actually touch a book. It's a real book. It's a hardback book. If you're like me, sometimes you just miss them. You miss the feel of the paper. You miss the way that the ink flows on the page. This is something, it's a special treat. You know, like LPs are making a big comeback? Books are also making a big comeback. Buy it for yourself or buy it as a gift. This one's a winner. Thanks for watching. Joining us now are Andy and Maggie, and they are the founders of Infinity Cup. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Where are you calling in from today? What state are you in?
From Chicago, Illinois.
Ah, Chicago. I love Chicago. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and Chicago was one of the cities that we were able to take family vacations to because it was only a 5-hour drive away. So beautiful, beautiful Miracle Mile, and it's the Windy City, and there's Dick's Last Resort,
Yes.
There's the Navy Pier and the Ferris wheel, and Infinity Cup. So tell us about Infinity Cup. What makes this a unique product?
So basically, I started product doing around 2 years ago, and I was a truck driver, and I was like, when I driving, I have to look for the different drinks, and it was not kind of safe. So I was thinking about that, and then I go to like the gym, and I had to carry like all the bottles with everything, like pre-workout, protein. So I came out once with the idea of this: why we don't just make the cup? Then you can hold everything in one, so you don't have to carry all those other bottles, and whatever you choose one, you can twist it, and then you can enjoy the drink.
I like that idea. And Maggie, you were showing me earlier before we were starting with the camera, is that you could actually put ice in one side, which keeps both of the other chambers cool.
Yes, that's true. So you can use our cup for three different drinks, but also you can do it like 2 drinks in 2 compartments, and then the ice in the third one. So it's gonna cold the other ones.
Nice. So being in Chicago and you're near water, right, during the summer, is that something that you're just going to take your infinity cup and you're like going to go for like a nice long walk, go for a picnic? What are some of the ways that people can use their infinity cups?
You can use for anything. You can use as a coffee. Sometimes people like in the office prefer get the coffee and smoothie and then water. Like they go to work and they don't want to just carry everything. So whatever, if you go to like beach, you can enjoy any drink, whatever do you prefer.
Any activities, any work, anything, gym, park, everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. I think that people a lot of times are not hydrated enough. So I think having a fun cup and having some different choices might make people want to drink a little bit more. Right? I know I'm bad at it.
True.
I'm terrible at like drinking enough. People always tell me, they're like, you need to drink, But if I had an infinity cup, it makes it a little more fun. Maybe it's something that I would be healthier by just doing that overall. When you're creating a product and you're bringing it to market and you're launching it, what was one challenge that you had to overcome?
The main challenge was that I want to make something that's really easy to use, and you can deassemble that and then go using the dishwasher, and you can carry that product. Basically, when you drink it, you can hold it like this, and when you're carrying that like this, we design special handle for that. And if you want to use the dishwasher,
right?
It's only you just pop that, and that's it.
Okay. So it's really easy to clean. It's easy to assemble and reassemble. And what have the testimonials been so far on your Infinity Cup?
We've been in Arnold Classic. It was in April? Yes. March. March. So really, we get a lot of great feedback from the people, and that was kind of surprised that even, we came up with something like that because they never see something like that before.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy that you launched it here also on our show.
Thank you.
So it's Infinity Cup. It's easy to find. Andy and Maggie, wishing you all the best. Like I said, I love Chicago. Deep dish pizza. It's pretty delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that with a nice Infinity Cup of beverage seems to be the trick for a nice night out. So thank you very much, and continued success to you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be well, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you go. If you have an idea for a product, just launch it, right? Andy was saying, like, sometimes the biggest challenge is like having something, a product that's easy to clean, and you just keep tooling it and reworking it until you get the final product. But congratulations to those entrepreneurs, and we're wishing them all the best. Joining us now is Iliana, and we last saw each other at the New York Women in Film and Television Muse Awards. It was a crazy, amazing, fabulous day. We were on the carpet together, but it was just too short of a visit. So I invited her to come here so I could shine a light on her greatness. Hello.
Thank you for having me. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again as well. We met years ago, I believe, at some red carpet, some film festival, and then our paths just keep intersecting.
They do.
Like a tapestry, if you will.
Yeah.
And I said, would you please come on the show? Because I think in the 18 years I've had the show, I don't think we've ever sat down to talk about your journey. So tell us what started it for you. What is this all about, your journey?
Well, I worked in corporate my whole life, in sales, something I never wanted to do, but somehow I ended up there. I kept getting promoted, and before you knew it, I was in sales, then I was in sales management. But then when I got laid off, that was the blessing in disguise.
Okay.
That's when I turned the lemons into great lemonade. And I had always had this passion and interest ever since I was a child in the entertainment industry. I was just always fascinated by movie making and theater and television. And so when I got laid off, I thought, well, instead of just taking another job managing another sales team, let me explore and do some investigative work and see, like, how does this whole acting world and producing world work? And so I did my homework and started networking and taking class and meeting people and figuring out, is there a place for me? Do I like this? Do I want to do this? And absolutely, hands down, I did and still do.
You never looked back.
And I never looked back.
What was one of the first things that you produced? Did you start out as a producer and then, or did you start out on camera, or has it always been like a hybrid of both?
No, I started as an actor.
Okay.
First thing I did was, I think, like a McDonald's commercial, then I did a Love's Diapers commercial. So it was commercials
Those are pretty
first.
big wins.
Yeah, they were very big wins. And that's how I got my
national
agent.
Commercials that's pretty good, Iliana.
That's how I got my agent, because I booked those commercials.
Okay.
But then it started to morph into more things, into theater, into television, into film. The only thing is that I get on set and I go into the trailer and they do my makeup and my hair, and then they bring me into set and we do a quick rehearsal, which is not for me, it's for camera and the director. And then we do 1 or 2 takes and then I get sent home. And I'm like, well, that's not enough for me. I'm still starving. I want to keep going.
Yeah.
I want to be on set all day. And then I thought, well, what if I started producing? Because producers get to be pre-production, production, and post. And so I said, you know what? Let me just start dabbling and do my own little things here and there. And I am loving it.
Good for you.
I am loving it, yeah.
So one of the projects, it says, is Twice Upon a Time. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that was my first. I wrote it, I produced it, and I starred in it. And it's the story of this 9/11 widow who, after 5 years, is still mourning the loss of her husband, but now her child is getting ready to go off to college. So now she's experiencing the empty nest, so it's like another loss. And it kind of starts to trigger these nightmares of that day for her. And her friends convince her that it's time to go on a dating site, that she's long overdue. And she reluctantly does it. She meets someone, and now the family and the friends want to meet this gentleman. But things are not always what they seem. And I'm not going to give it away, but things are not always what they seem.
Understood. So you sadly were a widow.
Yeah, so this is not my story, and it's not the story of anyone I know.
Correct. But you have that in common with that character.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and I am sorry for your loss. I was
Thank
actually
you.
in this building, in this exact newsroom that day. This is where I was. So for me to, have the journey that I've had and to still be like here and present, and on the 20th anniversary, we did a 20th anniversary show and things of that nature. But you're such a wonderful person. You were in a lot of those documentaries and things like that. But you've done some really cool things. You've done like Blue Bloods, you've done Law and Order and SVU and Quantico and so many different things.
Yeah,
do you love it?
I
love
love
the biz?
it, and I've been blessed and lucky. It's a very tough industry. It's very challenging. It's very competitive. It gets more competitive each day. But when you are working, it is so fulfilling. It really is magic, whether it's theater, television, or film. It's magic, pure magic.
Lovely to see you again. Maybe someday we'll get to act in something together. That might be fun. I don't know. Maybe somebody will cast us. That would be cool. I'd love to be like your neighbor. I'd be like, "Hey, good morning, neighbor." Like you wave back, and I'll be like, "Hey, I've got that cup of tea that you wanted." It could be fun. We'll create something. And that's the beauty of showbiz, is that you can create.
Yes.
It just comes from concept to completion. It's taking an idea and running with it and not looking back.
Exactly, and that's what I'm doing right now with a little micro web series, running with it.
Yay! Congrats.
Yay. Thank you.
Please follow Iliana on all of her socials, and thanks for watching. guest is someone that I met in this very same building in 1997. And our guest is a dear friend of mine. Her name is Gina Esposito. Hello.
Hi. It's so nice to be here.
Yeah, so I affectionately call you Gigi. But we were like literally in this building, Gina.
Yep, for 5 years.
Yeah, for 5 years working in news together.
That's right.
I'm so glad that our friendship has lasted all these years.
Me too.
It's just been a wonderful experience for me being your friend.
Thank you,
And,
as well as for me too.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, sometimes in life you meet somebody and you don't know if it's a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but our friendship is a lifetime of friendship.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate your loyalty, your kindness to me over the years. Every crazy tragedy that I've had in my life, you've been there. Every celebration, you've been there. And I just wanted to celebrate you because you gave birth to something that is so extraordinary. Okay, and that is Mia and Margie.
Mia and Margie.
You are now an author of a real book.
Thank you.
What is the inspiration behind this, Gina?
Well, I think first of all, I think everyone has a children's book in them. You know, a little story, a little anecdote. You know, that's the beauty of children's books. They don't need to take too much effort or too much time. You just want to hold the attention of a child for a little while. And everybody has a dog that's their forever dog that they absolutely loved. And so I had both. I had a little story and a forever dog that I loved, and I chose to put them together. And it's been so much fun. And I have the beauty of working with my 19-year-old niece who drew all the pictures. She's so incredibly talented, and I loved every second of doing it.
Now, I knew the real Mia.
That's right.
Right?
You did, and she loved you.
Oh, she was just an extraordinary being.
Thank you.
Right? Just so sweet.
She was very special.
Precious, smart, brilliant. She deserves a whole book series.
She does.
She does. And she would be loving this right now.
She would be sitting on my lap right now, loving every second of it.
Every second of it. She was a little sweet prima donna, always adorable, always precious. People just loved her, and she brought so much magic. And now you're able to bring that same magic to the readers.
You know, I was talking to someone today about there's probably 500 people with a picture of Mia on their phone, because whenever we traveled, everybody always wanted to take their picture with Mia. And she just loved to sit on people's laps and engage, and she does deserve a little bit of a book to spread her magic.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's Mia and Margie, and this particular first book in the series is about silkworms.
Silkworms, yes.
Okay, so what made you decide to finally do this? Everybody can have a great idea, but how did you finally give yourself permission to succeed at this and become an author?
It's interesting because I got the idea for the book probably from 15 to 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I knew a little girl named Casey, and we were at a function, and she came in, and she was so excited about this silkworm story. And we were around all adults, and she came right up to me and said, "Can I read you my silkworm story?" And I sat there riveted because she was so excited about it, and I knew that I was going to somehow merge these two, Mia and the silkworm story, and everything, just the sun, the moon, and the stars lined up. My niece became of an age where she could do the drawings, and I always wanted her to do the drawings. And time came to me that I could do it, and inspiration, to really put the words to paper.
Yeah, it's lovely. So this book is just launching. I'm holding actually one of the very first.
The only copy right now. The only copy right now.
It's mine, and you can't have it. No, I'm just joking. No, but because now what you're doing is you're working with a company. They put the whole thing together.
A self-publishing company. Yes.
And what's nice about this book too, Gina, is that it's heartwarming, endearing, and there's actually an activity in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us, magic chocolate chip cookies for kids and grown-ups.
Yes.
Now, the one thing, because we are besties, that I know about you is that you are a fabulous baker.
Thank you.
You're both. You're both a cook and a baker, which is kind of rare to be great at both, but you are. So this is your official recipe.
Yes.
How did you feel about sharing that?
I love sharing recipes.
Okay.
And I love cooking, and I'm an aunt to many nieces and nephews, and one of the things that I always did with them and Mia, is to have them in my kitchen and cook with them. And it's amazing what you can learn from someone of any age, really, but especially children, when you've given them tasks to perform, measure this, or, scoop that, or, stir this. And they just become these magical beings that tell you things and share things with you. And so I've always loved having guests in my kitchen, but especially children.
Yeah, I remember the year we made the Thanksgiving pies.
Yes.
We had like a group of like
We
20
made
of us.
24
and you're
pies.
Like, we made 24 pies. It was like,
And my mother's one of
yes,
them.
and your mother came in and she just said, Gina, just that one word, Gina.
Because it wasn't the first or the last time something like that happened.
Yes, but she was always so gracious to all of us and so
Yes.
much fun. And so this book is to inspire joyful memories.
Yes.
Right?
To have your
to
kids
read the
go in the
book,
kitchen.
Right. To have an experience with them and to make memories.
That's right.
So this first book in the series is Mia and Margie Silkworms.
That's right.
Great. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you. You're kind of shy and you're very humble. And I had to ask you like about 6 or 7 times. I'm like, Gina, please just come on the show. Let me celebrate you. So
And I thank you
you're
so
welcome.
much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
So this was really fun to share some of my personal life with you at home. But like I said, I knew Mia. She's wonderful. I think you're going to love this book. I love Gina Esposito. So this one's for you. Please order this book with confidence and let us know about the memories that you make. Joining us now is Chad, and wait till you find out what his product is, because you're going to just salivate. He makes caramel apples, and it is called Tastee Apple. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
Great. What made you decide to start this company? It's so clever and so delicious, because caramel apples aren't just for the fall. You can actually eat them year round.
Absolutely. So I'm second, third generation. My father started Tastee Apple 52 years ago to get himself through college. I came home from school in '74 and there were no jobs available. So he sold a vehicle he spent 2 years restoring, and my grandfather took a loan out on a life insurance policy, and they went into the caramel apple business together. And so here we are 52 years later. It's in my hands now. My dad officially retired the end of 22. But you're very right. It's no longer a seasonal company. We still are very seasonal, but you can get them all year round for parties and events and all that with the big gourmet chocolate apples that we do.
Yeah, they are. When you know that brand, right? Your brand stands for quality.
Yep.
Now, speaking of race car driving, even Jeff Gordon is getting back into the business, right?
Yeah, I think so. So just a little insight too. I spent 9 or 10 years racing cars, and tried to do that for a living. And then unfortunately, it's a little expensive, so sponsorship dried up and sent me back to the real world. And I came on board with Tastee 9 years ago now.
Wow. So now that this product line has already had a life, how do you keep infusing the brand? Is it the type of apples that you're using? Is it the type of, wrappings that it's in? Like, how does a brand last that long? I mean, it's the past 52 years.
Yeah, so really we focus on quality and customer service. So we really pride ourselves on our quality and customer service. From a quality standpoint, other companies, you could skimp here, skimp there, maybe use a cheaper sugar or something like that. We choose not to. It costs a little more, but it's the right way to do things. And we just want to put a smile on everybody's faces when they eat our product. And by serving up the highest quality that we can from both the raw apple perspective to the caramel that we use, same recipe that we started with 52 years ago. It's just a really good, rich, creamy caramel that the consumer really loves. So, and then from a customer service standpoint, I hate to say it, but the customer's always right. And if somebody has any issue with our product whatsoever, we take care of them. I talk to them personally with every complaint that comes through. So really just really driving home the quality and the care. It really shows how long we've lasted.
Did you know growing up in that family that you had this like special thing going? Like, did anybody say, "Oh yeah, that's the Tastee Apple family," or like, when did it dawn on you?
I don't really know when exactly it dawned on me. For years it was, oh, there's the Apple kid, or oh, there's the Apple family. Every time we go to the racetrack, they always expect, a case of caramel apples to come with us. So, I didn't really realize, I think, until I came into the business, just how special it really is. And then also just the ability to continue that legacy is really exciting.
Now, are there different school groups and things that you could help with, like fundraisers? What are some ways that you can help the community build through these apples? Yeah,
so we don't do many fundraisers, but there is the opportunity there for school fundraisers and whatnot. It becomes tough just because our product is made in a facility with peanuts and so many nut allergies and stuff like that. But we do like to, as best we can within our community of Newcomerstown, Ohio, take part in the community, give back with different community events or fundraising things within the community, even if it's not directly related to our product, just as best we can.
Lovely. I think that every festival deserves Tastee Apples. I really do.
Absolutely.
I do have fond memories trying to make them from scratch when I was a kid, right? But it's easier and much more convenient with less caramel in my hair to just go enjoy a Tastee Apple. So thank you very much for joining us. Good success to you and your family, Chad.
No, thank you. I appreciate having us on.
Yeah, I know it's love at first bite, right? Absolutely love at first bite.
Absolutely.
There you go. Thank you so much. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, you as well. Thank you.
There you go. Some of the trusted brands that you've loved, whether it's growing up with them or a brand that you haven't tried yet, go to their website, learn more, and it's fun sometimes to just have like a fresh, crisp, delicious treat on the weekend. So there you go. Buy them for yourself. Buy a whole lot of them. Have them at a birthday party. Have them at a holiday meal. It's all about tasty treats, and it's Tastee Apples. Be well.
This is Donna Drake. Happy journeys!
Take my hand, come with me, and we'll find better ways to be something much more. Live it up, live it up, live it up now.
Thanks for watching Live It Up. You can visit us at liveituptvshow.com.